And greetings again, Raven lovers, artists, and other crazy people. I know I look like a train wreck. Just ignore that, okay? I have my reasons. I'm tired and I'm also in a bad mood because I still don't know where my package is. Alright? Already tried to find a better lighting situation, but no matter which lighting situation I tried out, I always looked like shit. So, we'll just roll with that. So, it's time for door number 21. And that means, you know what it means, right? It's December the 21st. Again, all the other people, they are liars. Don't trust them. It's still December the 21st. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. So, I put in these two as one prompt, contrast and skeleton. And I will explain a bit more about that in the voiceover. We'll go to that right away, I would say. So, see you in a bit.
And first of all, Happy New Year, everyone! Yeah, I was trying to prevent that from happening, but now it just happened. We are in the new year. What should I do about it? I can't do anything. But anyways, this is how it is right now, and I'm not mad about it. In fact, I do have some really great news to share with you guys. So actually at the time the last video went up or was uploaded, I received the knowledge that the package actually arrived at my friend's place, and I don't know how that exactly happened. But apparently I filled out the address sticker right, so perhaps the post office made the mistake here. I don't know why they were trying to send me that thing, because I really thought that because I was stressed out and a little bit nervous, that I just accidentally wrote our address beneath the name of my friend who actually was supposed to be the receiver, and that's why we got this little note in our mailbox that we received a package and that we can get it in the shop. And in the shop it didn't arrive. It didn't arrive back at our place because we were of course also the senders, and the whole time I was like, what is happening? And I was in such a bad mood. And then that day, the day before New Year's Eve, I was at work and until 16 o'clock, so 4 p.m. for the rest of you, and my family got me, and instead of driving back home immediately, they said to me that they decided to look up a nice restaurant where we can have a nice dinner together. And I was happy about this, but I couldn't be completely happy. I was still having this looming thought hanging over my head like a dark cloud, like the fact that perhaps my artwork is lost forever. I was still so sad and so nervous about all of that, and I was like, do we want to check the shop another time just to make sure that it didn't arrive there? And suddenly I heard a familiar sound next to me. A little crow sound went off, and some of you might know from some of my outtakes and other videos that a crow actually is my ringtone. And I was like, who's calling me right now? Like, it's super late and my parents are here, my boyfriend is here. Who would call me right now? Is it my friend? Her friend? I was kind of hoping to receive a message from her that somehow, like through a miracle, it came to her. But I didn't really have my hopes up that much. And then I looked at the screen and saw her name and was like, oh my god, don't tell me. It arrived. And I answered the phone call and she was like, yeah, I just received your package. I was like, what? Yeah, I got this little note in my mailbox saying that there is a package waiting for me on the station because I wasn't there. And luckily I found someone who could drive me to that packing station. And now I got it. I already opened the box, but not the gifts, of course. I saw your little instruction sheet. I wrote a little instruction sheet inside for inside the box to how to open the package and stuff like this. And she was like, can we make a video call, because I have no one to film me, because, you know, one of the instructions was, if possible, let yourself get filmed while opening it, so I can also take part in your reaction. And she was like, I wouldn't have anyone at home to film me, so we could only make a video call. And I was like, yes, I will call you back as soon as we back home. And so I did that, and yeah. Let me just tell you, I managed to make her cry in the best way possible. You will see very soon why. I guess you would get quite a good understanding about this, but I don't want to spoil you too much. You still have to wait before the last door comes out. But let me just tell you, it has something to do with the last door. And yeah, I was so freaking happy that she finally had her package in. Like through a miracle, it actually ended up at her place, and she told me that on the sticker it was actually written correctly. Like, she said it was also written by me, definitely, because she recognized my scribbly handwriting. So I assumed that I filled it out actually correctly, and the mistake was actually not by me. And I thought I screwed everything up. I don't know. I have no clue. But the fact is, it is at her place. It arrived at her place. Nothing got lost. Everything ended up safe and sound at her place, and I'm so freaking happy. It was one of the best days in the entire year. Like, I had a pretty good year, but this was one of the best days at all. Like, I felt like I could hug the world. It was so great. So yeah, I have really good news. But yeah, the artwork. I'm already talking way too long for this video that is meant to be super short. This is happening when I'm unscripted, oh my god. Anyways, so for the artwork, there is this artist called Zakura. You can find her here on YouTube and on Instagram. I will try to link both things in the description if I remember to do that. If not, then please shunt me for that and remember me to do that afterwards. Anyways, her channel is absolutely great. Her artwork is amazing. I'm a huge fan. And definitely go check her out, because even if you're not an artist, if you like my videos, you will love hers. She is even, like, if you find me even remotely entertaining, she is way superior to that. She finds a way to combine super funny, entertaining moments with super poetic, thoughtful stuff. It's really nice to listen to her and all of that. So my channel basically is like someone ordered Zakura's channel, but through Wish. So yeah, definitely go check her out. Big shout out. Anyways, she has on Instagram, she has this little prompt challenge happening every single month. She posts a new prompt and people can partake in that. I partook in a few of these, but for October and December I just didn't have the time to take part in that, but I kind of wanted to. For October it was skeleton, and for December it was contrast. And I thought, you know what, I'm still missing one other prompt for my calendar, and these two prompts are really easy to combine with each other. I actually made an artwork like this back in my teenage years for a homework that had to do with death. And yeah, I drew this girl dancing with a skeleton. And young me thought it was super poetic and dramatic to also add the title on top that says life is a constant dance with death. And I fought myself for being so genius with that, even though the image was already telling that, like, show don't tell, you know. The image was already saying exactly that. Actually, the title wasn't needed, but yeah, I fought myself of being super clever for that, I think. Anyways, I always liked this artwork, even though it of course doesn't reflect my current skill level at all. Spoiler alert, the one that I drew for this calendar door also doesn't really, because of the time crunch, but we'll get to that later on. But I still think for the time being and for the skill level that I had, it is a really good artwork and something that I definitely always wanted to come back to, and I thought I can do the little redraw for this in this video. I couldn't. You know, silly, naive me really thought that I need to fill out every single door for this calendar, and didn't get the idea that perhaps it would be better to not have all 24 doors filled up and actually stretch out one prompt over 2 or 3 doors, because this way I already had footage for 2 or 3 doors and can immediately start editing that. I would have had way more buffer for the calendar if I would have approached the calendar this way, but yeah, I was naive enough to think that I really need all doors filled. So I also brought one extra prompt in myself, and I thought, hey, I can take that if I don't receive another last minute prompt. I can just take that. In this way I can take part in both of these prompts for both of the months with just one image. That's pretty clever. And I can also finally make a redraw of this image. And yeah, since I'm not very satisfied with this outcome, I will revisit this image in the near or far future somewhere again, because yeah, like I said, this doesn't really reflect my current skill level at all, because I was in a time crunch, and I also was in a bad mood because I still thought that my artwork is lost somewhere in the post office, and I was not really feeling it that day. I struggled a lot. And so I also thought I go a little bit more creative with the whole skeleton thing and spare me the headache of actually drawing a whole skeleton. So I gave him a giant cloak that is covering basically the most part of the skeleton, and you just see like the head, like his skull and the little bony hand, even though you can't really see the hands that good because it's so tiny, and I erased a lot of the times and it's a little bit smeary, but I was like, you know what, screw it, the next prompt will be better, I'm sure. With these little prompt challenges, like almost a daily challenge if you take it from my perspective, you can't always have wins. Sometimes the artwork will end up looking a little bit screwed, and this is what happened here. But yeah, I think this is all I have to say for that one. I should keep it as short as possible, and looking at the timer, I'm already talking over 14 minutes. I hope that I can make this a little bit shorter because I don't know if I have enough footage for that. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching again, and until then, keep creating and stay nice to ravens. Bye!